Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will be doing an informative speech on 9/11. The reason why I chose this topic is because at the age of 24, I didn't realize or I didn't know that I would witness and see my city that I live in. I didn't know that we would go under attack or that the World Trade Centers would be destroyed. Okay, so today my topic is 9/11 attack. The general purpose and the specific purpose is to inform my audience on 9/11 attacks, as well as explain to you why I feel like my city, to inform you why my city is the greatest city, in my opinion. Okay? American Airlines Flight 11 was the first plane to hit the World Trade Center on the north side. This flight was intended to go from Boston, Massachusetts to Los Angeles, California. This flight had 87 passengers plus the hijackers that was on that plane. 3 people were injured and 1 was killed when this hijack took place. I think this attack definitely affected everybody worldwide. Okay, because no one expected or suspected that any kind of terrorist attack was going to happen via aircraft. Okay. Flight 11 hit the North World Trade Center at approximately 8:46 in the morning. With so much confusion going on, no one expected or even believed that the crash was on purpose. Okay, people believe it was because of jet failure. At that time, at 10:28, the World Trade Center building started to collapse due to structural failure. At this time, it was so many people getting caught, trapped in the debris, everything like that. Everyone was crying for help and everything, and with so much chaos going on, you know, with the World Trade Center. I don't know if everyone or anyone has been to the World Trade Center, or if you've been to New York, you will know that those buildings are very high. And with the debris and everything crumbling down, it definitely affected, and it definitely took out a lot of lives. That was unfortunate. Still, no one had expected any more planes to be headed for destruction to the World Trade Center and to the Pentagon. At that time, United Airlines Flight 175 was the second plane to be hijacked. This plane as well was supposed to be headed from Boston, Massachusetts to Los Angeles, California. On this flight, it carried 60 passengers plus a few hijackers. 15 minutes after the first flight hit the World Trade Center on the north side, Flight 175 crashed into the south side of the World Trade Center. Again, this tragic incident definitely affected a lot of our lives, including everyone in here, being the fact that we are in the military. This is the reason why we are here, because of 9/11 occurring. No one envisioned an international air threat by aircraft. With this terrorist attack, there were 4 planes that were hijacked. 2 of those planes crashed into the World Trade Center on the north and the south side. 1 crashed into the Pentagon, and the last one crashed into a field in the Pennsylvania countryside airfield. The reason why we don't hear about the one that crashed into the Pennsylvania countryside airfield is because the passengers on that flight actually overtook the hijackers. So when it did crash, it crashed into a field. So therefore, it didn't hurt or injure anything like that, anyone in a monument building, so to speak. The aftermath of this attack was there was 3,000 innocent lives taken, were killed. This attack was deemed the worst loss of lives due to a terrorist attack on U.S. soil. What I will say is, when I first heard and knew of 9/11, I was at Fort Drum. I was in process, and I'll never forget. Everyone knew, because of course I'm proud of where I'm from, so I'm going to always rep and claim New York City. So at the reception center, you know, they told me to come on in, and I didn't know, because I was, you know, doing in processing. So they told me to come on in, and they explained to me what was going on. So they sat me down in front of the television, and they made me watch CNN. So at that time, they made me call, you know, my mom and my family members to ensure that they were okay. Of course, no one in my family was involved, or so to speak, in that close proximity. Thank God, but it is still unfortunate that we have people who have people that were lost in that debris or this terrorist attack. Military operations in Afghanistan, country started in December of 2001. With that being said, that made December 2001 my first deployment. I deployed to Afghanistan immediately, finding out about the 9/11 attack. When I did deploy, you know, it wasn't like how it was now. When I deployed, I was in soft shell equipment. We were on the road constantly doing log pack missions. We did not have the up armored vehicles. We did not have, so to speak, like protection like we do now. I'll never forget when I was on a convoy going to Bagram Air Force Base. It was a little kid. You know, when we roll out, we always got to roll in 2+ vehicles. So we're rolling out, and you know, you have to have positive identification of anybody who has like any weapons or anything like that. So we riding along the road, and if you've never been deployed, and I know most of you guys in here has never been deployed, but being deployed, it's a different mindset. It's a different culture, everything, so to speak. You have literally little kids, freaking grown-ups coming to you asking food, money, water, anything that they could get from you. They're going to ask you for it. Well, we were driving along, and it was this kid. He was a little kid, you know, running through the streets or whatever, and he had a weapon. It looked like a 9mm running. So what is our first natural reaction? We're going to shoot him. But we couldn't, because we had to have positive identification. You know what I'm saying? It was a toy gun, so good thing. So therefore, we always got to be careful when we going, you know, in the streets, or riding around in the streets on a deployment. Okay. In conclusion to my speech, as of 2013, tens of thousands of people have lost their lives from this war. Over 4,000 of those were soldiers and civilian contractors. Over 10,000 Afghan national security forces were in our numbers of the lives we lost. The United States announced combat ops would end in 2014, leaving a small residual force in country until the end of 2016. Let's just say I hope this sticks. And if we do have to go downrange, I don't mind going with everyone in this room. This concludes my speech. 9/11 has definitely impacted everyone, all of us in this room. So I definitely look forward to deploying with you guys if we do have to deploy. Thank you.